So here we go. I'm going to highlight a third method of shading. If you remember, we did cross-hatching first, which, as you can see, is a range of intersecting lines to give different effects. This is one I've used in some of my drawings on buildings I've done recently. We then covered blocking. This is commonly used in graphic novels and comics in terms of just highlighting very quickly images and directions of sun or where the light's coming from, and also shade. The third one I'm going to do is pretty cool, and there are some really good artists that I've seen on TikTok and Instagram do this. It's not my best skill, so again, if you guys remember, the light's coming from the top right of the picture, and this is basically, it's scribbling or scrawling to create the desired effect. And it has its own home, really. Because you can do swirls, as I'm doing. You can do a range of straight lines that mimic a little bit the cross-hatching, but in the end, you're looking to create the same sort of effect, but it's a very different style. So on a curved surface, as you can see, you can go from swirls, a few lines, to dots and stippling, and that still creates that shade. And again, because the light's coming from the top right, there's probably very little we can put on the top. On a flat surface, facing away from the direction of light, again, this would be far more uniform, which is a little more difficult to do if you're doing scribbles and scrawls like this, but you get the idea. And then on the lighter side, you could do a little less. Same with our spherical object down here. You remember the outer edge is furthest away from the light, so it's going to be the darkest. And then we'll slowly build up into the light spot, which is just off of center of the top of this. And you can keep going. The good thing about this is that you can keep going to get the depth, the color that you want on this tube that we've created down here. Again, work out where the dark areas are and shade in accordingly. So this is a really cool technique, and it means that you can be a little less refined, a little less fine arty, and more, hey, I'm creating a cool image here done in my own style. Again, as you can see, if you wanted to, you can change the way you do from dots to lines to dashes to create the desired effect, to make the object feel a little more three-dimensional. So I don't know really what you want to call this, but it's scrolling, squiggles. So yeah, from me, thanks very much for watching the 3 videos. If you've not seen the other 2, they're available in full length on my YouTube channel, NCC Art Studio. And they'll take you through these three techniques. Let's call this squiggles. There we go.